Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Crypto Traders Room. This is your host, Crypto Trader. Hope everyone's doing well. Happy Wednesday. It's hump day. What is going on? Warpler, what is up, buddy? You're the first one on here. Grab those bargains. Load the boat. Yeah, this is bargain hunting. It's bargain day or bargain shopping. It's time to be thrifty. Andreas, good afternoon, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Survived the hurricane. Congrats, brother. Kind of thought about you when I saw Ripple get up to $30. And I'm sorry, I'm a little under the weather this morning. Not feeling too well. But I had to get this live stream going. But yeah, so I don't know if you're still in that entry, Andreas. But I know you were looking for that 29 cents to take a profit. And it did get up to 30. So, you know, if you took that profit, that's awesome because everything's in the red today. What is up from sunny Croatia? That is awesome, Oliver. Welcome. Thank you for letting me know where you're from. Yeah, and definitely shout out your country. Shout it out. I know where the majority of you guys are from, but any of the new viewers that are on here, I have no clue. So definitely shout it out. Let me know what time it is too, because I know for a lot of you, it's either early in the morning or it's late at night. And I appreciate you being on this live stream. I really do. And for any new viewers that are on here, don't forget to click on that subscribe button as well as the post notification. Stay connected with us on Steam, at Twitter, as well as Facebook. And sign up for our mailing list by going to CryptoTradersRoom.com and fill out the questionnaire. And what that will do is, it'll send your application to us. We'll review your questionnaire, we'll vet it, and then we'll go ahead and send you an invitation to our general Slack chat room. It's a great community. It's a very small community right now where people are hanging out and being able to chat, about cryptocurrency or anything in general in the crypto world. So, it's a safe place to kind of hang out. It's not a place where you're going to be manipulated and you're going to be taken advantage of. And that's not what I want to see happen to anybody at all. So, we're creating a safe room for people to converse and hang out and bounce ideas from each other. Mohammed, welcome, buddy. What's the best to buy for a profit? We're going to cover a couple things. So, but I kind of want to welcome everybody into this room. Ivan, what is up, buddy? So, man, we got two people from Croatia. That is awesome. Let's see. You did make the profit. Nice. 24%. You're done with it. I don't blame you at all. I was done with Ripple, or not really Ripple, XRP, a long time ago. After I took my profit, I was like, yeah, I'm not going to be coming back to this unless it drops to 10 cents. Then I know that, it can make it up to 15. It's 100. It's a 50% profit. I'm a trader. I don't have to fall in love with it. I just got to get a good entry and sell it for a nice hefty profit. That's what this game is all about. Locking in those profits. David from Cali. Good morning, buddy. Good morning. LA especially. Sweet. Warplay, yeah. I knew you were from UK. Weather's atrocious. Yeah, man, it's getting that time of the year here where it's cold in the morning, 33, 34 degrees. And, I'm definitely feeling the effect of it. Beer City. Yeah, dude. Grand Rapids, Michigan. Phil, welcome, buddy. Welcome. Thank you. Shout out to everybody. But yeah, let's see what's going on today. And of course, market is downtrending, profit taking. It's going to happen. Got to expect it. The market can't just keep going up and up and up. And I've said it before, it has to correct. It's healthy. It needs to do that. It needs to slow down. It needs to take a break. It needs to take a breather. And that's all that this is. This should not cause anybody to panic and sell, to be honest with you. If you have those strong hands and you're in some of the solid cryptocurrencies, if you didn't already get out at the top, there's no sense of panicking and selling. You're just going to add fuel to that fire for a more of a downward correction. But yeah, BTC 5137 currently right now is down 8.3%. F down to 290. So it broke through that $300 psychological level. It's down 10%. BCH 11%. Litecoin 54 down 11%. So I mean, we're seeing double-digit losses currently in the sense of percentage at the current time. How long can this continue? Who knows? It could flatline going forward from here on. Ethereum Classic is down 11%. Zcash is down 10.5%. You know, I mean, there aren't too many winners. NAV is up 74%. NAV is up 74%. Isn't that crazy? Let's see what else. AVT, almost 9%. And AVT had a crazy run, and so did ELP. You know, I was waiting really for that 60 cents. It got to 85 cents. I was patient for it. But it just didn't hit my price. And that thing ran up to what? Freaking $5, over $5. But we'll take a look at the chart on Metaversa. But yeah, there's a couple things that are down. You know, there's a couple things that are up. So, you know, there is a safe haven. There is a safe haven. You know, not everything is in the red. It's not a bloodbath, but majority of the cryptocurrencies, you know, the top dogs that were really up, you know, while everything else was going down, you know, they got to retrace. So that's currently what they're doing now. We'll see how bad this gets, but only time will tell, to be honest with you. Only time will tell. But let's go ahead and take a look at ETH first. And I'm going to share, let's go ahead and pull up the chart on ETH. We'll do Bitfinex. You feel like ETH is correcting forever. Looking for a good entry to stack a little more. Yeah, dude, this is the time to stack. You know, I mean, you know, as long as you're sticking with the dominating top cryptocurrencies and not these, you know, coins that really shouldn't be where they are, you know, making crazy runs that they shouldn't be making. And we all know what those are. You know, there's a couple things that don't belong in the top 20. They do not. You know, XRP is definitely one of them. Cardano is definitely one of them. NIM is the other one. You know, in my honest opinion, they don't belong up there, but they're up there because of the total supply, the total circulating supply. That's the reason why they're up there. But let's go ahead and enlarge this. And then I'm going to share with you guys something that I shared with our Slack chat a while ago, long time ago. I can't remember when this was. I got to look at the date of when I posted it. So, you know, I kind of plotted out where this support and where the resistance were. At that current time, of course, you know, where it was bearish, where it was very bearish, where it was extremely bearish, depending if it breaks those levels of support, and also where it was bullish and where it was very bullish and extremely bullish if it breaks out above those support. And I didn't do a side-by-side comparison, but, you know, what I'm going to do is not today on this live stream, but, you know, do a side-by-side comparison to the current chart and to the screenshot that I took a while back and kind of just, you know, take a pencil and kind of draw out to see exactly, you know, at what point did it hit what level, but I won't be able to go too far off to the right. But let me go ahead and let's see how I can do this. So to do a side-by-side comparison on this. And try to zoom out of here to, what do I have, a 60-minute chart? I think it's an hour chart. Or maybe we'll do 12 hours. So we got to get to that $135 because that $135 was the drop that it had a while back, 136 to that extent. So it looks like I ended it right about here. 319 was that resistance, and it's, you know, and it broke through that. So it was right about here. You know, that we see the chart on the right-hand side. So ever since then, you know, it did break out key levels of support. I'm sorry, key levels of resistance, because it got up to 395 before completely breaking down, and it broke key levels of support. You know, the bearish support, the very bearish support. Did it get to the extremely bearish? No, it did not. So it only got to $200. And that would put it right in between the very bearish and the bearish support line. But then, you know, definitely made a move back up. But, you know, these are healthy corrections. This isn't panic selling. You know, this isn't the type of panic selling that we saw, you know, in the sense of the price action movement over here on the left-hand side, where it was, you know, had an all-time high of 412 and it completely broke down to $435. So that's not really what we're seeing currently right now at the moment. Now, could it turn to that? Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, anything is possible in this cryptocurrency market. So let me go ahead and get rid of this chart. But yeah, I wanted to kind of show you guys a little side-by-side comparison on, you know, the screenshot that I had taken a while back, and, you know, breaking key levels of support, or, you know, breaking out above key levels of resistance. Oh yeah, also a big shout out. Let me go ahead and show you guys this. Big shout out to Rec Real. I don't know if he's on here, but he was kind enough to create me this this logo. So if Rick Real, if you're watching this live stream, big shout outs to you. I appreciate it. You completely went out of your way to do this. It would have taken me days and days to figure this out, but I think I think you did it in like a minute. So thank you for taking that time out to be generous and make me a logo. All right, so let's go ahead and get a little granular so we can kind of plot out, where the supports are if she does decide to completely have a downtrend. So she hit 287. 287 is what she hit. Oliver, why'd you retract your statement? I don't censor anybody. So, unless you're being rude, you're being ignorant, you're being racist, that's the only time I will censor anybody on this live stream. And that's the only time that, people will censor you. So, but yeah, if you're just making a statement, don't retract it. All right, let's get to the 1 hour chart. I need to be able to look at this a little better. Maybe 2 hours, maybe 4 hours. Okay. So basically, she is close to where I would plot out an area of support. Close to it. Hasn't really broken it yet. But that's going to be, one area of support that, we would like to see it maintain. Now, she did really break that psychological level of $300. She did, unfortunately. So is she going to break other levels of support? Possibly. So we got the 275 as well as the 250 are going to be our areas of support. Now, I'm not saying that she is going to break those areas of support, but there is a possibility. So if there is a more sell-off, a panic selling that's going to ensue, at least we know where those areas of supports are, and you can kind of be patient and wait for it to come to you. I never recommend anybody to chase it. I never recommend anybody to try to catch a falling knife. Plot out your support and resistance, wait for it to come to you, be patient with it, and you'll be a lot happier with your entry. Even if it breaks, your entry price, you're going to be happy with it because you were patient with it, and you did your technical analysis and it came to you. I would never kick myself by getting into an entry, and I was patient with it and I waited for those key levels of support to get to. Now, can she break 250? I mean, if she breaks 250, $200 could be in sight. It really could be in sight. That's a scary part. That is a scary thing. And a lot of times, these downtrends are happening to cause people to panic and sell. That's really what it is. I've talked about, how wells kind of pump a cryptocurrency, and I gave the analogy where, when my son was learning how to ride a bike, I would hold onto the seat behind him and then just kind of give him a little bit of a push. And once he had a little bit of a momentum, he was able to get going on his own. And that's basically what whales will do when they want to pump something. They'll give it a little bit of a push. And of course, the retail investors, the retail traders, the knobs, the newbies, they come in and chase it. That FOMO kicks in. They chase it and they get it to push higher. And it's almost the same thing on a sell-off. All whales have to do is kind of ensue that panic selling by dumping a little bit here and there, and just keep dumping a little bit here and there, and keep dumping a little bit here and there. And the newbies, the knobs, the panic sellers are going to come in and start selling. And basically they just got it to do whatever they want it to do. Just like they can pump it up to the upside, they can drop it down to the downside and cause people to panic sell. And that's what we could be seeing. So, I mean, we're looking at a 4 hour chart currently right now, nothing but red. I mean, let me count these candlesticks real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 candlesticks and only one green. So 13 out of the past 13 candlesticks, which are 4 hour price action movements per candlestick, we only had one green candlestick, and that was it. So, whales are playing this game. They're playing this game, and you really got to think outside the box, to when these games are happening and how they can manipulate these things and not cause anybody to panic and sell. Sorry, I need a drink of water. I'm losing my voice for a little bit. But yeah, that 200, is going to be the major support. Now, is that what you should wait for? I don't know if it's going to get there. I have no clue, to be honest with you. I don't think anybody knows, what levels it's going to get there. But, we are going to have other levels as well, too. So as long as we get granular, you know, we're able to see more of the fight that's happening between the bears and the bulls for control of that price action. So really looking at the 4-hour chart, you know, right over here on the left-hand side when it dipped to 198, so between 250 and 200, you know, we're not able to see too much of a fight that is happening between the bears and the bulls. But if we get a little granular, then we're able to see a little more into detail of what's really happening at those key levels. So let's go ahead and look at maybe the 15-minute chart. Now 15 minutes will not do us any justice. So let's go ahead, get back to the 30-minute chart. And I do like, you know, I kind of live in this 30-minute chart, you know, 15 minutes, 5 minutes and 1 minute chart. Yeah, don't stress yourself out looking at those charts. But yeah, 30 minutes and 50 minutes, they're not too bad. I got to get this bigger, so sorry if I'm missing anything on the chat. All right, 30 minutes is not doing me justice because I can't get to that drop below 200. Will not allow me to scroll. All right, 2 hours. Okay. So I'm not able to get as granular as I want to get, but based on what I'm able to see on the 2-hour chart, you know, there is going to be somewhat of a support right in the $222 range. So if she breaks 250, easily could, you know, well, if she breaks 250, she's going to get to this 238-ish. So let's go ahead and plot out that 238. So breaks 250, it's going to get to 238. It's not that far off, but you know, in order for this to kind of have, you know, somewhat of a healthy move later on to the upside, she's got to maintain 221, not break through it. And if she breaks 221, excuse me, you know, very strong support is going to be that 200. You know, but right now, you know, we are in a short-term bearish price action movement. You know, but it all depends, you know, what key levels of support is she breaking? And if she starts breaking those key levels of support, it all depends how is she breaking them? You know, is she bouncing back from those key levels of support? If she doesn't bounce back and she breaks it with a vengeance, you know, I always talk about, you know, breaking key levels of resistance with a vengeance. That's how you know you got a clear confirmation. That's a good breakout. You know, and if she's breaking key levels of support, then we know that, you know, that's a soft support. It's not going to hold. There aren't traders that are willing to support it at that level of support that you plotted out. So, you know, we are getting very close to that key level of support, but, you know, considering, you know, what the price action is showing me right now, she could easily break 285, And if you're looking for an entry, you know, this isn't the time to go all in, to be honest with you, you know, but if you want to get your feet wet, take a little bit of an entry, see how she reacts to that price action movement. Also based on the order book, but we all know that the order book can be heavily manipulated. So you don't want to just rely on that. You know, you kind of want to pay attention to those candlesticks, the RSI, and see exactly how and the MACD, and see exactly how are those reacting. But yeah, the MACD is very low, very low. So at some point, you know, buyers are going to come in and support this thing. But at what point are they? But yeah, let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. Look and see exactly how much of a hit the coin market cap, the total market cap is taken. Navcoin. The fundamentals behind Navcoin, I have no clue, to be honest with you. But it is up. It is up. Maybe somebody in the chat can help you out with that. David, yeah, sorry about that, bud. You know, we can do technical analysis, but fundamental, I'd have to really sit there and do my research. And I know the fundamentals of the solid coins, you know, because that's what I cover. But any of these other coins, you know, especially if they're not in the top 20, I couldn't tell you really too much about the fundamentals, and I'm not going to BS you about it. But total market cap, 157. So, I mean, we were close to that all-time high. We were very close to that all-time high. What's the bottom for BTC? Ivan, I'm going to cover BTC next. So, but I kind of wanted to cover Ether in the meantime, in the beginning. But yeah, we're going to take a look at BTC. Warplord, thank you so much for sharing that with him. So there you go. I mean, definitely do your own research, you know. But I'm mainly concerned, you know, about technical analysis, you know, price action movement. All right, so 177, it looks like, you know, that we kind of hit, pulled back down. And this is, you know, looking at the overall market cap. Pulled down to about 107. And then this is, yeah, this is really where we were, you know, on Monday when I did the live stream. You know, we were getting ready to hit that all-time high of, you know, a little over $198 billion. But of course, you know, it's going to have resistance. You know, you guys got to remember that. Let me refresh this again. You know, just like we look at price action movement on candlesticks, you know, market cap is also, total market cap is going to have a resistance. So, you know, when it touches that resistance, if I can scroll and get this, you know, so as we can see, you know, right over here, between June and July, you know, we tapped out at like 113, it looks like, you know, and then pulled back, took a crazy run up. But when she pulled back, where did she pull back to? And I wish I could draw on this. You know, she pulled back. You know what? I can. Give me a second here and do a little snippet. Makes it easier when I'm drawing on it. So, you know, that was the top there back in June and July, you know, and she had a retracement, had a crazy bull run for an extended period of time, you know, but of course she's got to retrace. She can't keep going up. And where does she retrace back down to? You know, close to, actually, let me, it's not working properly, but, you know, basically close to this top here. That's kind of where she pulled back down to. So, you know, if this total market cap does pull down, let me erase this. I got like a Sharpie. Sorry about the delay, guys. I do apologize. So, you know, that was the top there. And when she pulled back down, if I can draw this line straight, I know it's not going to be straight. You know, that's where she basically came down to. Prior resistance becomes current support. We've always talked about that. Prior resistance becomes current support. So if this thing does pull back down to, we know, you know, that she does have a support there. But more than likely, you know, she is going to have other areas of support as well, too. That's going to be an area of support. That's going to be an area of support there. That's going to be an area of support. So, you know, we know that if she starts breaking key levels of support, we can kind of have an idea of where the overall market cap is going to go. So I'm going to try to cover this into a little more detail, you know, as time goes on to see exactly where she's at, and try to maybe find a better chart, a candlestick chart of the overall market cap. And if you guys know where I can find a candlestick chart of the overall market cap, that would be sweet. That would make charting awesome. All right, but let's get out of there and answer some of your questions. And then we'll cover BTC. And if you guys do find some of this information helpful, pound that like button, pound it, euro it, do whatever you want to do with it. You know, show your love for Crypto Traders Room. And don't forget to subscribe, comment, share. Let's share this video. You know, if you have Twitter, tweet this out. If you got friends that are interested in getting interested in the cryptocurrency market, you know, send them a link to the video. Tell them to subscribe. Maybe 4,500, you think, for BTC, 8K by end of the year. We'll take a look at it. We'll take a look at support and resistance. It's kind of hard to speculate, to be honest with you. You know, and they're only speculations. That's all that they are. You don't know what the fork will do to this price. You know, I honestly think it's being manipulated. It's being manipulated to cause people to panic. You know, as people are panicking, you know, who do you think is loading up at the bottom? You know, so, you know, especially, you know, with the fork happening on the 25th, why would people be selling? You know, people should be accumulating, you know, to get Bitcoin gold and then secure the Bitcoin, get rid of Bitcoin gold. That's at least what I would do. And add it more to the BTC so that when another fork happens, you know, if the 2X fork happens in November, you know, they can actually capitalize on that as well, too. But yeah, in my honest opinion, this is being completely manipulated to cause that panic, to cause that fear, that FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt, especially with newbies, new traders, panic sellers. But if you got those strong hands, Daniel, you're not on here today, but if you got those strong hands, dust it off. You think it'll slam the price down? I don't know, man. I don't know. Only time will tell. Only time will tell. David, good morning, buddy. Welcome. Anybody new that's on here, welcome. I don't know if I gave everybody a shout out here. Okay, Bossless, what is up? SkyTech from Cali, good morning. Welcome, buddy. Yeah, the Dow Jones. Oh, man. You guys know I left the traditional financial market, a while back when I was really trading it heavily, for the past 12 years. And I'm surprised it hasn't corrected. I'm surprised. This has been the longest bull market ever. Bull markets don't last that long, 6 years at the most. This has been going on for a very extended period of time. Big money's holding it up. Big money's holding up to manipulate people to thinking, oh, this is still a healthy market. It is not a healthy market. That price action is not healthy where it is currently right now. And that's the scary part. We know what happened in 2008. All that this market needs is just, an uncertainty in the world events, war with Iran, war with North Korea, and that will cause this market to tank. If I get time, I'll cover NEO and take a look at that cup and handle. Double top in total markets. Yeah, of course, a double top. It definitely, they all double topped. Time to go crypto shopping. Yes, indeed. But yeah, it's just not a double top in the total market cap. It's a double top in a lot of the big solid cryptocurrencies. Good question, boss list. What do I think will happen if the stock market has a 30 to 50% correction? People will flood into cryptocurrency. That mass adoption would increase. That's my speculation. That's what I would do, honestly. If the market was tanking and I found out about cryptocurrency, I would get out. I would get out of the financial market, the Ponzi scam that it is. Blake, good morning, buddy. Good morning. Welcome. All right, BTC. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. But yeah, thanks everybody for joining. I really do appreciate it. Making your time or taking the time out of your day to join me on this live stream. Keeps motivating me to keep doing this, so I appreciate it. All right, what do we got here? Support and resistance that I plotted out a couple of days ago. All right, broke the first uptrend, broke the second uptrend. Now we'll see if it breaks the third uptrend. But 5,000, and I've said this before, 5,000 is a psychological level, just like that 4,000 was a psychological low that it completely broke out above. So prior resistance becomes current support. It might break through 5,000, but that 4950 should hold. Should hold, and should is always a magic word. It's not 100% that it's going to hold. It's just the probabilities of it holding. And considering that was a prior resistance where it completely broke out with a vengeance, that should be the current support. Should. Don't get in this, thinking that I said, that is the support. It could easily break through that support, but that is really the first area of a very strong support that we do have, considering she broke out of that resistance with a vengeance. And remember, guys, I'm not a licensed financial advisor, so anything I do talk about in these videos are only my opinions and my opinions only. Do not place trades based on what I say. Please do not do that. I don't want to see anybody lose money. You really got to make your own decision, because at the end of the day, you're the one clicking that buy button or that sell button. So you can't blame anybody else. I'm not saying that you guys would blame me for it, but so 4950 is going to be not to the exact T, guys. Just remember that it's not to the exact T, but 4950 should hold up. Should. And now if 4950 doesn't hold up, 4715 is going to be another area of support. If that doesn't hold up, then we got our other area of support at 45. But remember, you know, if she does break that 5,000 with a vengeance, you know, now if she hits it and makes a comeback, you know, then we know that, you know what, she does have some sort of support. You know, that is a psychological level that she must maintain. But if she breaks it and doesn't get back above it, traders are going to lose. Sorry, my throat is, I'm losing my voice. Traders are going to lose that confidence of that really being a psychological level to hold up, you know. So if she is going to get to that 49.50 to 5,000, you know, she can break through that 5,000 for a little bit, but she's got to make it back up. And that's how we know that it is being supported, you know, by traders. But if it doesn't make it back up, then we know that, you know what, she could easily get to that, you know, 47.20, 47.15. But let's just say, you know, shit hits the fan. She breaks through 5,000 with a vengeance. She breaks through the 4,700 with a vengeance. Other area that should hold that is somewhat of a solid support is going to be the 4,500. 4,500. But you remember though, it's still that 4,000 is still a huge psychological level. Now the 5,000 might not be that big of a psychological level to hold, but that 4,000 will be a huge psychological level. And it's got to maintain that. If it doesn't maintain that, then whew, could be trouble on the horizon for a little bit. Short-term price action, trouble on the horizon is kind of what I would say. Then my buddy Scott M, I don't know if you're on here, but yeah, he might be correct then, because we did talk about this the other day. He said, oh no, it'll correct back. It'll correct back. And I was like, today he sent me a text message saying, I told you it would correct. And I was like, yeah, but it didn't correct that $3,000 that we talked about. So Scott M, yeah, we're still good on BTC. And that bet is still on. You know, 10 years, 500,000. You owe me a case of Blue Moon, and I want a case of OJ to go with that, because I love Blue Moon with a shot of OJ. But yeah, so that's BTC. So you know, it's got to hold these key levels. It really does. Let's go ahead and take a look at the 30 minutes. 30 minutes is going to look ugly. You know, we're going to see more of a downtrend. But let's go ahead and take a look at the overall chart. The double top. Oop, that's too much. Actually, BTC, I mean, is not really double topping. It's not, you know, because the high really was 59. You know, if it was up here, 5,900, you know, on this nice move up to 5,000, if she would have gotten up to, you know, that 5,900, broke back down, got back up to the 5,900 here and broke back down, then yes, that would be a double top. So we're probably going to see a better example, you know, for double top on Ether, I would say. So let's go ahead and take a look at Ether on that double top. So there we go. Let me put a circle. Not cooperating with me. Not cooperating with me. But yeah, double top, you know, 412 bucks there. A little under 400 there. That's basically a double top, you know. Now, if she would have gotten up to 400 here, that would have been a triple top. But yeah, so not yet, somewhat of a triple top. But yeah, you know, I was expecting this thing to at least, you know, get up close to that $400 level, considering she did touch 350. She broke out of that psychological level of 300, but didn't really completely break out of it. And she did come back down to kind of indicate to us, you know, that 319 was a support, considering, you know, she broke through that 319 with a vengeance, came back down, retested that 319, and then really had a nice, you know, little price action. Now, these are, you know, 12-hour candlesticks, so we're looking at a day and a half's worth of price action with these two green candlesticks and this red one. But, you know, she didn't completely break out and get up to that $400 level. Who mentioned Neo? Somebody mentioned Neo. Thoughts on Monaco taking a jump? Well, Monaco has been beat up, man. It was beat up, you know. And I, you know, I think Monaco is a dominating, you know, cryptocurrency in its little segment, you know, in its little segment, because, you know, Monaco does have competition, but I think it stands out above its competition currently right now for the moment. And you know, anything that's been beat up for so long, You know, it's going to make a comeback. I thought I saw Neo at 300 bucks. I'm sorry, not 300 bucks. Neo wishes. I thought I saw Neo at 30 bucks today when I was driving my kids to school. Let's get a little granular. But actually, man, you know what? Man, I got to find out another chart for this one, Bitfinex, and see what the high was here in September 7th when it got listed. You know, if that high was close to that 38, I would say, you know, let's just say above 40 bucks or at 40 bucks, above this 38.93. If this high on the left-hand side, and you know, we're going to take a look at Bitfinex. You know, we could have a formation of a cup and handle. That's currently what I'm seeing. But how far is that handle going to go? Who knows? No one knows. But, you know, you can do the probabilities to try to figure out where that handle could come down to. Oh, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. I like this. I like this. Let's see. Let me see what maybe a 1 week chart looks like. Yeah, this could be, you know, a very symmetrical cup and handle formation. 1 week is not going to do us justice since it's not loading. Come on, Bitfinex, don't fail me on a live stream. But, you know, we could see a cup and handle formation. But no, it's all about determining where that handle could really come down to. Enrique, hello and welcome. Time to buy F? I can't make that decision for you, bud. You know, I can only do my TA and kind of inform you guys where that, you know, where the support and resistance are. You really got to make that decision on your own. Remember, I'm not a licensed financial advisor. You know, if I was, it'd be a different story. Then yes, you know, I would be taking a profit cut and telling you where to buy and where to sell and taking a cut of that profit. I would wait, man. I would wait. I would wait for a confirmation of a bottom out, you know, where it starts to consolidate, you know, the drop slows down. That's my honest opinion. That's kind of what I would wait for. Oh, and Bitfinex, or should I call it CRYPTOTRADERS, is not cooperating with me. Maybe because I didn't log into it. Daniel, there you are, buddy. I was talking about having strong hands in this turbulent time. Welcome, buddy. Man, Daniel, you got to get out of this Ponzi coin. Ponzi coin, crap coin, shit coin, dog poop coin. Get out of them, man. Get out of them. You know, hit it and leave it and don't even look back. Stick to the solid coins. All right, let's see if this thing will cooperate with me to kind of take a look at the cup and handle formation. But yeah, definitely a double top, you know, possibly a triple top. Had a top here, top there, almost a top there. You know, it really, they're all looking the same. This almost looks like, you know, to be honest with you, except for this big drop here to 13 bucks. Like F, you know, F had a nice pump up to 412, came back down, had a nice pump up to 395, you know, and then pulling back. So, but yeah, so reason why I like, you know, because you guys know, you know, I like patterns, you know, I like technical analysis. I like charting, you know, and I look for these patterns that could possibly pay off. So, you know, this is a very symmetrical cup and handle. Yeah, we do see these ups, you know, and then dips, ups and dips, but they're not breaking above a key level for me to say this is somewhat symmetrical. You know, so we had a nice high up here of 39.80 when it got listed. I pulled back to that 13 bucks. I got into 20. I got into 20 and watched it drop, and I was like, this sucks. But I was like, you know, I believe, you know, there was definitely the back end of Neo, and you know, I knew it was going to make it back up, and I sold at 34 bucks. You know, I didn't panic and sell when I got to 13. Now I wish I was a little patient, but I was patient. You know, I was patient, waited for it to come to 20 bucks. But if I was a little more patient, then I could have gotten better entry. But I didn't kick myself because I was patient. I didn't buy it at 30 bucks. I didn't buy it at 35. You know, when it got listed, somebody did. Somebody FOMO'd and bought it. You know, where there's a seller, there's a buyer, unfortunately. And where there's a buyer, there's a seller. But, you know, so when I look at cup and handle formations, I look at very, very specific price action movements. I look to see, you know, what levels is it breaking? And if it breaks a certain level, that kind of breaks the symmetrical cup and handle formation. So 39.80, you know, pulled back down, came up. It didn't get above that 39.80, broke back down a little bit, came back up, and it still did not get above that 39.80. It got to 38.93. Now, on this candlestick, you know, if she would have gotten above 39.80 and then kind of broke down a little bit, yeah, that would not have been a very symmetrical cup and handle formation. So let me go ahead and draw out a couple of things. I'm going to enlarge this, get rid of the chat, and then I will try to be interactive with you guys because I'll have about 15 minutes left on the live stream, and my voice is killing me. So I'm gonna have to get off. Don't fail me now. Don't fail me now. All right, let me log in here. Let me log in here, guys, because then that's when I can kind of draw out stuff. Oh, this is not good. I have not logged into Bitfinex, excuse me, in a very extended period of time, but let's go ahead and take a look at this. And I'm losing my voice, so all right. So this message is further to our announcement on August 11th, and they did cause me to panic sell and shook me out of my position on that day, and then they retracted the statement. Yes, I got out of SAN with a profit, but then SAN ran up because they completely caused some panic selling to happen. And I was pissed off at Bitfinex for that. But so yeah, in regards to the announcement on August 11th, with respect to terminating our business with U.S. individual customers, as indicated in the announcement, we are terminating trading deposits and withdrawal functionality for U.S. individual customers by no later than November 9th. I just lost all respect for Bitfinex. Completely lost respect for Bitfinex right now. U.S. customers are already barred from receiving financing from other users on Bitfinex peer-to-peer financing platform. This restriction will remain, and in addition, U.S. individual customers will no longer be able to provide financing on Bitfinex effective November 9th. All U.S. individual users must make arrangements to withdraw their digital tokens by November 9th. U.S. individuals holding recovery right tokens, RRT, if any, which relate to the exchange of now defined to be BFX tokens to equity and blah, blah, blah. I don't really care about that. Sell all of their RRT on the exchange if they do elect. This is an exception to the general terms of use for RRT. I don't really care about RRT. U.S. individuals are not permitted to buy RRT, which I knew that during this time period. We couldn't buy it at all. I tried to buy it a long time ago when I set a Bitfinex account. I was like, what is this RRT? I'm like, it's cheap. You know, I'll gamble and I'll play it, and then I'll sell it. I'll make a little bit of a profit, but I couldn't even buy it then. All terms and conditions relating to sale of any RRTs remain in full force and effect and are deemed to apply to the sale of any RRTs by U.S. individuals or otherwise. So Bitfinex completely lost all respect for you. Completely. You know what? And this is going to be the last time that I actually use a Bitfinex chart on my live stream. Last time. No more after this. And thank God I moved all my money out. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, that just kind of irritated me. So guys, you know, if you are a US resident, take your money out, get your coins off, get it off these exchanges. Honestly, I don't trust any of these exchanges whatsoever. None of them, you know, none of them. And I hope Bitfinex, I won't say it. I will not say it, but. All right, let me get rid of all this drawing here. Remove all indicators, remove all drawings. I want to keep the indicators on there. I'm not looking at the comments, so I'm going to cover this and then we'll take a look at the comments, what you guys are saying about that announcement of Bitfinex. But yeah. Man, if the words could only come out of my mouth, but I'm gonna keep it clean, you know, because some of you guys are streaming this from home. You probably got kids running around the house, and yeah, I don't want to do that. All right, so I'm not able to get the whole chart on this for some apparent reason, to be able to draw it out, which I don't know why. Oh, I'm looking at BTC. I apologize. But we want to go back to Neo. So if you have Bitfinex, get your stuff out. You know, don't wait till the last day. Do not wait till the last day at all. Yeah, and I like Bitfinex too, man. I really did like Bitfinex. You know, and I'm sure they've gotten a lot of customers by me, you know, using them on my live stream. I'm sure they did. And then they just come back and kind of screw us. All right, real quick, let's go ahead and cover this. You know, that was the top here, second top that it made. It didn't break out above that 3980, which was very good, because then that would kind of broke the somewhat symmetrical cup and handle formation. So, you know, this is still the handle part. Yes, even though we do see an uptick, and that uptick was, you know, from 28 bucks all the way to 30, let's just say 37 bucks, you know. But if this right here candlestick at the 37 bucks would have broke out, let me get rid of this crap, would have broke out above this candlestick of 38.93, that would have broke the symmetrical cup and handle formation. It would have broke it. Then this really would have been the handle. Let me draw it out here. You know, so if this here broke out and came out above this 38.99, whatever it is, you know, then really this would have been the handle here, and then the breakout. So on a cup and handle, it's exactly what it means. You know, there's a cup, you got the handle, you got the breakout. And I'm sure you guys know that. And if you're new, you don't know it, at least you know what a cup and handle formation is currently right now. Let me go ahead and delete this and clear out the drawings. All right, so whoop, that's not what I wanted to do. There's the top there. So it cannot break out above this, you know, in order for it to have a very symmetrical cup and handle. So this is still part of the handle. You know, it has not broken that 38.93, whatever this candlestick is, has not broken out above it. So this is still part of the formation of the handle. It really is. So, you know, we talked about, you know, how do you determine, you know, where it could possibly come down to? Yes, you can use Fibonacci retracement, but, you know, if I'm on the go, I don't have time to use Fibonacci retracement. You know, I'm not able to see that on my phone. But I'll do the math real quick in my head, or, you know, I'll bust out a calculator, whatever is easy. The way I kind of figure out to see where it might come down to is, you know, I figure out the bottom. You know, where was the bottom on this? The bottom was 13.19. That was the bottom. And the top on this was 38.93. So you basically, you know, you're just going to take 38.93, subtract it from 13.19. You know, that gives us 25.74. 25.74, you know, divided by 50. I'm sorry. What did I say it was? I'm sorry. So 39, let me do the math again. 38.93 minus 13.19. My calculator's not working properly. 38.93 minus 13.19. It's a difference of $25.74. Divide that by 2. Gives you 1287. So you can take the 1287 and either add it to the 1319, or you can subtract it from the 3893, you know, whatever's convenient for you. So I'll just go ahead and add it to the 1319. So the 50% retracement of Fibonacci is going to be 26 bucks. And where did it get down to? 26.51. So, you know, if you were looking at this chart and trying to figure out, okay, you know what, where is the possibility that it could retrace to, and you don't have Fibonacci retracement, you know, on your charting, you know, that 2606 is where I would be looking at retracing to. That's not always going to retrace to that exact number, you know, but it's going to get close to it. It's going to get close to it. So let's go ahead and change this up a little bit. You know, that would be the retracement of 50%. And of course, you can do the math and figure out what the retracement is, you know, to the 38.2. Oh, I'm sorry, the 61.8. So the 61.8 would probably take us somewhere in the range of 22 bucks, you know, something to that extent. So this is still this is still the formation of the handle. You know, it's at some point, it's not going to be the formation of a handle. And for it to not be the formation of a handle, it has to break out above 38.93. So if you really, you know, look at this on a larger time scale, you know, so I'm just going to say, like, you know, if you have the ability on a charting, you know, where you're paying for a premier service and you can view, you know, 18 hours, you know, 19 hours, 20 hours, something to that extent, you're going to see that, you know, these form a more symmetrical cup and handle formation. So if we look at the 1 day though, you're not able to tell from that if it allows me to see it, and it does not. Yeah, I think Bitfinex is kicking me off already because they're not loading the chart. But yeah, actually, guys, I'm done with Bitfinex. We'll never use them again. We'll never recommend them. This is the last time you're going to see it on my live stream. So goodbye, Bitfinex. I will never use them again. But yeah, let me talk to you guys for a little bit, be as interactive as I can, and then I do have to get off this live stream. Boss list, your goal is to have 1 Bitcoin, 10 Ethereum, 1,000 OMG. What about Litecoin? Got to put Litecoin in there, bud. And then maybe, you know, sprinkle it with a little, you know, Dash, Zcash, Monero. I would actually sprinkle a little Monero on top of that. There you go. You just said it. I didn't even read that comment. You know, maybe some Neo and Litecoin on top of that. Yeah, definitely sprinkle a little bit of that on there. Yeah, I'm done looking at Bitfinex. That was the last time. That was completely the last time. You know, they did us wrong. They really did us wrong. And yeah, I'm not too happy about that today. Good time to buy Byte shares with the Bittrex problems. Dude, stay away from Bittrex too. Stay away from Bittrex. They caused that collapse to happen. I mean, everything on their exchange sold off instantly at once. So, you know, I mean, what do they do? So, I mean, they're taking commission, you know, through cryptocurrency, right? So they're holding all these different types of cryptocurrencies because people are having to pay commission in whatever pairs that they're trading. They dumped them all at once, you know? So I don't know if it was an algorithm issue or if it was intentional, whatever it might have been. They dumped them all at once to cause everything to fall at the same exact time. So honestly, you know what? Bitfinex, I throw my middle finger at you guys. I'm done. I'm done with them. Never again. And I got my stuff out of Bittrex. Got my stuff out of Bittrex. Got my stuff out of Bitfinex. But yeah, you guys will never see me using those charts again. I will never give them a time, you know, a spot on my live stream. No way. And their charting system sucks anyway. How about flaming bag of dog turds coin? Daniel, thank you, man. You just brought a smile to my face when I was just completely irritated with those two exchanges. Thanks for that comment, bud. I appreciate it. Oh, too funny, Daniel. Too funny. Seems like a great return. Yeah, dude. I'm gonna say that's like a, you know, 1,000x bagger. And guys, I'm being sarcastic about that. I'm being sarcastic. So even if there is a turd coin, is there a turd coin? There probably is, Daniel. There probably is. I didn't even know there was a Ponzi coin. And then some other coin that you had mentioned. And I was like, well, oh, strong hands, strong hands. I was like, what? I'm like, yeah, I got strong hands. And then I was like, oh shit, it's a coin. But yeah, nothing perturbed. But yeah, dude. High five to you, man. You just brought a smile to my face on this bad day that I'm having. And my throat's killing me. So let's all buy Doge when it hits 9 Satoshis. You know what? I would probably buy a little bit more for my son. But he did tell me, he got a little bit of money for his birthday. And I asked him, if he wants to buy Doge, and he kind of shook his head. He was like, no. He was like, it's down. He's like, I don't want to buy it. I was like, well, what are you going to do with it? He's like, I want to buy some Wii games. And I was like, all right, why don't you do this? Maybe spend half of it, $50, but then let's take the other half and save it. I was like, do you want to put it in your bank account? He's like, no. I was like, well, what do you want to do with it? He's like, Bitcoin. I was like, you want to purchase Bitcoin? I was like, we'll see. We'll see. Maybe, maybe a little bit of Litecoin, maybe Monero for him. But yeah, Bitcoin, $50. It's not going to get him much at all. But maybe, get him one Litecoin, maybe 1.5 Litecoins, depending on what price it falls down to. GDAX, Coinbase. You know what? I hate all exchanges. I really do. And I'm not saying that because I'm irritated today. I really do hate all exchanges. And I think, we need decentralized exchanges to start coming up. We need them to start taking over. We need people to start utilizing them. We need to get out of this centralized exchange. We really do. I've had issues with Coinbase. I mean, they held my $2,000 for like almost half a month, but then I would make like $200 deposits after that 2,000, 150, 200, 300. I mean, they allowed all those small deposits to go through, but they held that $2,000 and their customer service sucked. I mean, I emailed them, I sent them a tweet, I raved on Reddit. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, they could, they are being utilized a lot. So what's my plan with Bitfinex? Never to use them again. Never to use them again. Not at all. Done with it. Thanks, Matthew. I appreciate that. Yeah, it was a good interview, man. I had a blast. Doing it. Maybe I'll do more of those in the future with Daniel. I do believe in what they're doing, and I think they're doing great things. It's a solid team that they do have. Need the candy coins for the kids. Is there a candy coin? Oh, dude, are you kidding me? There's not. All right, good. Oh, SkyTech and Jesus Coin. I did read their white paper and I thought it was the best thing ever. I seriously did. No, not the best thing ever in the sense of investing in it, but just and how creative they were. They really were creative. But yeah, it should have definitely been like a Saturday Night Live. Oh no, actually a Mad TV skit. That's what it should have been. If you guys remember Mad TV, I don't think it's televised anymore. But yeah, it should have been a Mad TV skit. Gee, that sucks. Yeah, I agree. I agree. All centralized exchanges suck, You think Jesus Coin is dead, but rises again in a few days. Oh, you guys are too funny. What am I using? Dude, I got to figure things out now. I really do. Binance, here I come. I'm coming after you. Well, not coming after you, but I'm coming to you, Binance. So I need you to up your game and get your charting up to par. So spend a little bit of money, get that charting up to par. And if they do, I will heavily support Binance. But I need to do my research on Binance to make sure that they haven't ripped people off. So if you guys know any bad things about Binance, definitely let me know. Leave me a comment, because I think I am going to start utilizing Binance. I got candlesticks on Binance. Yeah, I'm not able to put indicators and things like that on there. But, that's why I have the generic version of TradingView as well as CryptoWatch. But Binance, that's what I'm going to have to start utilizing. Unless somebody tells me that they've been ripped off, and then I'm not going to support them. I'm not going to give their platform airtime for other people to say, oh, Crypto Traders Room is using Binance. Let me go ahead and set up an account. Yeah, I don't trust Polo either. Hey, Swiss coin for the heavenly moonshot. Yeah, Rocky Mountain. Yeah, on the last live stream, somebody asked me to take a look at Salt. So Salt was on Binance. I looked at it. Um, they need a little bit of work. They need a little bit of work on their platform. But I think, if they could actually spend the money on a better charting system. I mean, I got candlesticks on there, and that's really what I need. But I need to be able to plot out support, resistance, and have those indicators. So they just need to up their game a little bit. And as long as people haven't been taking advantage of Binance and they haven't ripped off people, I'll start using their platform on my live streams. Binance is the only other exchange with IOTA, so you're heading over for a little while. I don't even know if I like IOTA. What's a circulating supply? Let's go ahead and take a look at that real quick and tell you guys what I hate, since I'm not in a good mood. And that Bitfinex thing just kind of, man, it irritated me. Yeah, dude, I would love to mine flaming bag of dog turds. Daniel, you're awesome, buddy. You're awesome. Where's IOTA? IOTA, 2.7 billion, almost 2.8 billion. Max supply, circulating supply, or even 1-to-1. The fuck are they doing? Yeah, I don't know about IOTA either. But yeah, you guys know what I'm a fan of, what I'm not a fan of. Definitely not a fan of Ripple. Not a fan of NIM. Not a fan of BitConnect. Not a fan of IOTA. Not a fan of Cardano. Shouldn't even be up there. Not a fan of Stellar. Anything with a billion circulating supply, I'm not a fan of it whatsoever. Bitcoin, not a fan. 183 billion. Come on. They would not be in the top 25 at all with 0.001 cents per coin. Get them out of there. But yeah, guys, stick to the dominating, to the top cryptocurrencies, where they aren't flooding the market with tons and tons and tons of coins. And, don't let XRP fool you. Don't let it fool you. Before we know it, it'll be 100 billion coins, and it was 100 billion coins. And then before they decided to fool us and say, oh, we're going to lock up, 60 billion of it. And then we're going to flood the market every year. Do an OMG review before I go. It's 11:18. For you, bud, anything. Anything. Yeah, that'll be the last cryptocurrency I look at. Derek, very good question. Won't the Bitfinex situation hurt IOTA price if until they get listed on more exchanges? Yeah, they definitely need to be listed on more exchanges, but they have Binance. So we got to remember too, every exchange has their own volume, their own price action movement. Excuse me. So they have their own price action movement, their own volume. So price action move on one exchange shouldn't really affect it too much on another exchange unless arbitrage is happening. It's not a centralized exchange where, one price is the same across all boards. OMG. I do like OMG. I really do. If I can find it. And then I got to get off the stream, guys, after that. OMG. You know what? I'm not using Bitfinex. Not at all. I'm done. Oh, man. I got to sign in. I don't remember my login. Oh, yeah, because I had to wipe everything. I don't remember my login for TradingView right now. Rocky Mountain, I'm sorry. I refuse to use Bitfinex. I'm not using Bitfinex. and I don't remember my login, and I don't think I could. But let me see if I can get a generic version. MGUSD. All right, I'll be able to cover it. Really? Oh, Derek, that's good to know. So you got to hold Binance then in order to not pay a commission out of your the cryptocurrency pair that you're trading. I don't like that at all. I don't like that. I do not like that. All right. Not a good start for him. Definitely not a good start. Sorry, and I do apologize to you guys about me ranting about Bitfinex. I do apologize. That wasn't my intention at all. But having a sore throat, being sick, and seeing that message, it wasn't helpful. It was not helpful at all. So Rocky Mountain, what exchange? Because I'm looking at Bitfinex. Okay. I'm looking at Bitfinex, unfortunately. All right, so if I would have seen this, a little while ago, I would have said, you know what, right at the current level should be support, but it could break through that support. So 686, and I got out of OMG. I did get out of it, and I got out of it at 835, I think it was. I bought it $9, so that was, I took a loss on that. I took a loss. So, but yeah, I did get out. So for transparency, just to let you guys know, I got out of OMG with a loss, bought at 9, sold at 834 or 835, whatever it was. 686, if this thing really, consolidates, going forward, we can kind of say, okay, you know what, it's got some whatever support because it is consolidating. It's not continuously dropping, but we got to remember a lot of these cryptocurrencies do follow, what BTC does. So if BTC decides to fall, this is also going to take a drop as well too. But if she does drop, 686, $7 should, that's a magic word, should hold $7. Let's go ahead just to be on the safe side, put that up there. But if 7 doesn't hold, what am I looking at here? A 1-day candlestick. I need to get granular. I need at least 45 minutes, an hour. Oh, see, I do like this. They got a 45-minute chart for me. Sweet. That is sweet. That is nice. I like that. So $7, $7, $7, $7. If $7 falls through, a little over $6, you're looking at another area of support. So it all depends, what has happened with the overall market. Overall market is tanking. This is going to correct as well too, and it's going to break through those levels of support. But I really honestly I don't see this thing dipping below $6. I really don't. If she does break that 6, if she breaks through that 6, the 525-ish, 550-ish, that 550 should hold. Should. Magic word. Should hold. We'll make that red. Make that yellow. Should hold. That's always a magic word. But let's just say, hypothetically, shit hits the fan. And I mean, shit hits the fan. Sorry for my language. I apologize if you got kids in the background. All right. If it does, really, I mean, bare bottom support, prior resistance, possibly current support, I would have to plot it out right at $4. I'm not saying it's going to drop to $4, so if you're holding, don't panic and sell because, that's what I'm plotting out. And we're going to make that red because that's got to hold. That's got to hold. That $4 price point's got to hold. But, I don't really see it dropping to that point. And if it does, it's time to load up on OMG. Time to load up on it. I do like OMG. It still has the back end of Vitalik Buteron. And, as the time goes on, especially if you go in this, with the mindset that this is a long-term hold, and that you're not just going to flip it, trade it, make a little bit of money here and there. That would be a long-term hold. But yeah, she's got to hold, a couple key levels of support. And it's just a matter of, paying attention to those key levels of support and looking to see how is she breaking those levels of support. Is she breaking them with a vengeance, or is she teeter-tottering in that area? And if she teeter-totters in that area for a very extended period of time, that there is some sort of a support in that area. But if she breaks through it with a vengeance, then you know what? Nobody's willing to support it at that specific price level, and that's why I crashed through it. But yeah, so hopefully Rocky Mountain, hopefully that was helpful for you or to you. The BNB crap is almost like using BitConnect. Oh, dude, I got a lot of thinking to do. But I'm definitely not using Bitfinex. I'm definitely not going to be using Bittrex. Definitely not going to be using Poloniex. None of those three at all. Considering how shady they are. And I think I got like 2 Satoshis on Bitfinex. I'm sorry, on Bittrex. There's 2 Satoshis of Bitcoin Cash that I can't even move out, because it wouldn't even cover the fee to move it out. So those are kind of stuck there. They can have it. You got out at 1150 on OMG. Hats off to you, brother. Fist pump. Virtual fist pump. Yeah, I do like TradingView. And, and that's why I like Bitfinex. They offer TradingView. On Bitfinex, it was TradingView. And, and it was a more advanced TradingView, because on actual tradingview.com, you're very limited. I'm only limited to 3 indicators. That's it. I got to pay for a premium. If I don't have to pay for it, I don't want to pay for it. But yeah, so that's why I like Bitfinex, because they were using TradingView, and I can customize it any way I want to customize it, put as many indicators that I want to put on there. And, and I was using them heavily. And there was a lot of people that started an account because I was using it. I had an affiliate code for Bitfinex. I took it off long time ago, completely took it off a long time ago. And I've looked at that and I was like, whoa, I'm like, a lot of people have clicked on that link and used it. I mean, it didn't generate anything. It generated 0 because really what they were trading on there wasn't much at all. So it didn't earn me anything. But I was like, man, they got like 20, 25 customers that it generated. But I can't even remember, how long ago I took it off. I think it might have been when they barred U.S. residents. When that initial email came out saying, we're barring U.S. residents, and anybody that's holding SAN and EOS needs to get out of your position within 5 days. And that's when I panicked and got out. I could have got out with a huge profit, 90% to 100% profit. But I got out with like a, 25, 26% profit it was. And then they retracted the statement and it flew up to $57. I'm sorry, $57. And it flew up to 57 cents. And I was like, man, I've timed this thing perfectly. My TA was on point. It broke out above that 25, cents of resistance, and it retested it, and I got in and it broke out. I played that very well, but they completely spread that FUD, and I think that's when I took off the affiliate code. What's the best trading tools to use? You mean indicators, Blake? If that's so, look at the, moving averages. I usually like to set, the 7, 17, 50, 100, and 200-day moving averages, RSI. And of course, know what the RSI is, anything. Well, in the cryptocurrency market, it's a little different than the traditional financial market. But, normally, technically, 70 is considered overbought. Under 30 is considered oversold. And that's when traders normally look to get in. In the cryptocurrency market, I would say 75 to 80 is oversold. I'm sorry, overbought. And that's when traders are selling. and anything in the 25 to 20 is considered oversold. And that's when traders are looking to get in. So, candlesticks, definitely no candlestick, no patterns, no support and resistance, no moving averages, know your RSI, know your MACD. If you're new getting into this market, anything else, stay away from right now. Don't even overwhelm yourself. A lot of people are like, oh, Elliott wave. And I don't want to offend anybody that's using Elliott wave, but I hate Elliott wave, so I don't use it. Later on, I mean, you could add Fibonacci retracement, but I like to do my own Fibonacci retracement instead of relying on theirs because I plot out my support and resistance. I do my own math. But yeah, you can build upon those things, Blake. But yeah, you got to start somewhere where it's kind of small, no candlesticks, RSI, moving averages, MACD, and then gradually build on that. If that's what you meant, if I answered the question correctly for you. Rocky Mountain, anytime, brother, anytime. Binance drops Neo Gas. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. I don't know. I mean, I want to give them a shot, but I don't want to have to buy Binance token just to be able to, pay the commission out of Binance. But I mean, right now, I pay the commission out of whatever pair I'm trading. So it's, it's not that big of a deal if I, pay out of, if I trade OMG, if I buy OMG, that they take the commission out of OMG. That's what I'm used to right now anyway. And then if I sell them to USD on Bitfinex, they take the commission out of the USD. So I don't know, I'm going to have to give them a shot, at least give them a chance, and then kind of see how that goes. Maximus Blue. I don't know, bud. I don't know. I can't say whether they will or not. If you end up using a VPN, let me know, and it works for you. I don't have a VPN, so I couldn't tell you, and I'm not going to use them. Even if I had a VPN, I'm not going to use them at all. I mean, they just completely effed us, and I'm talking about U.S. residents. They completely effed us. So our business, our money is not good for them. The cryptocurrencies that we're depositing into their account is not good for them, and that's one thing that really irritates me. It really does. Let's see, Blake, like a trading bot tool or algorithm that does it for you. I stay away from trading bots. I stay away from them. Not all trading bots are profitable. Do your research. They're not all profitable. They can cause you to lose money. They really can. Yeah, I don't use trading bots either. Unless you can really program it. I mean, but the thing about trading bots, and I mean, I don't want to, this is going too long. The thing about trading bots is, unless you can program it properly, let's just say, you trade your bot to buy, OMG, if it drops 10%, it's going to buy it if it drops 10%. And then you program it to sell if it goes up 5%, and it's going to sell if it goes up 5%. But, there's no human eyes to say, okay, what the pattern on this is looking like it's going to break out. I'm going to hold off on selling. It doesn't know that at all. If you program it to buy when it dips 10%, it's going to buy it when it dips 10%. And, if you program it to sell, if it dips another 5% from that, just to kind of minimize your loss, it's going to sell it. It's not going to know that that's the bottom. So, a lot of trading bots, what is it? CryptoTraders.net or .org. Yeah, don't sign up for their trading bots. Don't do it. If it was profitable, I would tell you guys, because there's a lot of, transparency and honesty is really kind of what I thrive on. And if it was profitable, I would tell you guys it's profitable. But a lot of people do lose money. It's just like trading the cryptocurrency market. To be honest with you, there's people that make money and there's people that lose money. Same thing utilizing bots. To be honest with you, learn the game on your own. Don't try to utilize the system, to try to game the game. Yeah, let's see, if you're having Binance take commissions out of your pair, you are stuck with fractions of the pair. You can't trade. So you can't trade fraction. You have to trade whole. Is that what, Derek? Is that what you're telling me? So let's just say hypothetically, I have, I don't know, I'm making up numbers here, 20.35 OMGs. I can't trade that 0.35. Like I can't say, okay, you know what? I want to sell the 10.35. Now, if you're telling me I can't do that, then yeah, I don't know about using Binance either. I'm really gonna have to really evaluate my game plan. I really am, over the next couple of days. I don't want to go back to GDAX. Their charting system sucks. but I might have to and just be limited to those 3 cryptocurrencies, the dominating cryptocurrencies, and really, not pay a commission, utilizing limit buy and limit sells and saving myself a little bit of money by not having to pay those commissions, and just really utilizing Crypto Watch for my charting needs or trading view. But yeah, if you're telling me, yeah, let me see. What the hell is this? Out of the field question, have you looked at? No, I have not. I have not looked at it. I'll put it on my list. You guys know I'm not a fan of ICOs. You guys know that. But there is a needle haystack. There is a needle in the haystack that allows you to buy the haystack. Yeah, I don't like that, Derek, that they only allow you to buy in whole numbers. I don't like that at all. Don't like that. Yeah, so maybe I will not be using Binance. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not a shady person. For me to try to use VPN to work around the system, and then let's just say hypothetically, they find out, and I got a good amount of coins on there. Are they going to lock me out, and for me not to be able to get my coins out? It's a possibility. All right, maybe 3 more minutes. 3 more minutes. I'll answer a couple questions, and then I gotta go, guys. I gotta go. No, Blake, I did not see that. Coinbase integrates GDAX exchanges with algorithmic trading platform. I did not see that. Interesting. Later on, when I have a little bit of time, I'll go ahead and try to do a little bit of research. I have not heard that at all. Yeah, Derek, thank you so much for sharing that. Seriously, I appreciate it. I would not have known, and I would have probably found out the hard way, to be like, why can I not sell my 10.35316.879? I would have been irritated. I would have been like, why didn't I see this? Why didn't somebody tell me? Nectar, yeah, I dig TradingView. I do. I just wish they offered more to the basic service. ICOs were good, but now trash. Yes, 99.999999% of them are indeed 100%. So you can withdraw the fraction. Okay. Yeah, but still, I want to be able to trade it. I want to trade it. That's what I want to do. And I don't want to have to buy Binance just to be able to, yeah. Maximus Blue. I do like that site. ICOstats.com. I like that site. I really do. Very interactive, easy on the eyes. And yeah, I forgot. I was looking at it, I don't know, a while back. And I was like, Nexus, 300,000% from ICO. Now, Nexus was, 2013 ICO. Of course, it's been 5 years almost. But I was like, 300,000%. I'm like, that's just insane, insane. But all right, ladies and gentlemen, it is that time. Thank you so much for joining. I do appreciate it. This is Crypto Trader and Crypto Traders Room, one of the only places where we eat, drink, sleep, dream, trade, and invest in digital currencies. I want to thank everybody for joining. If you're a new-time viewer, thank you for finding us. Don't forget to click on that subscribe button as well as the post notification. Stay connected with us on YouTube, Steemit, Twitter, as well as Facebook. And check out our website, sign up for our mailing list, answer the brief questionnaire. We'll get that questionnaire. We'll vet it. We'll send you an invitation out to our general Slack chat, which is just a community. It's a very small community right now, but it's a safe community for you to be able to interact with like-minded people, with people that are not going to manipulate you and lead you down the wrong path. And that's, reason why we created Crypto Traders Room, to give, people a safe place to hang out and converse because this cryptocurrency market it's ruthless. It's the wild, wild west. And there are a lot of people out there to take advantage of a lot of people. And I don't want to see that happen whatsoever. Until next time, you guys have a blessed day. Nothing but the utmost respect, peace and love. We'll talk on Friday.